Folks, we're out walking again. Here we go. Cold, gloomy day. Get the camera turned around so you can see. It's overcast, been raining off and on. A little chilly out here. It's all the more reason to put on a sweatshirt and go walk, right? So here we are. Let's walk down to the river today. Let's do our regular old 3-mile routine. I think we'll go by a quick trip and get a lovely beverage, but it's going to be a hot beverage this time. We'll go get us coffee. And walk and drink a coffee. If they have the creamer. If they don't have the creamer, we'll get a hot chocolate maybe. So come on in and chat if you want. And we will we'll head down to the river. By the Colonial Manor here. They're taking candy donations. Maybe I'll bring them the Reese's here in a little while. One of these days before Halloween. See here on the door it says accepting candy donations. Accepting candy donations for October 31st. Halloween. Folks, it's 4 days till Halloween. Get ready. We will check out some Halloween decorations on our way to the river today. And our way back. It's actually kind of nice out here, probably mid-60s. Really no wind at all. It's just got that kind of chill feeling about it. Mostly with the overcast skies, probably. Hi, Guido. I understand. And that's fine. I understand exactly why you're not happy with me. I don't blame you, honestly. Oh. Yeah, I'm just, dang it, what the heck? If you're gonna come in here and be vindictive, I'm just gonna block you. If you're gonna do what Guido's, did, express your displeasure, that's fine. But don't be a vindictive asshole, or I'm just gonna block you. Touch the poop, I don't give a shit what you want to call it. I'll do what I want. Fuck you. I don't have to explain myself to you. I don't have to justify my actions to you. You're a stranger on the internet. Now fuck off. That said, we're going to fuck on off down the street here and do some walking this afternoon. Or this evening, wherever you are. It's kind of late afternoon here. Be warned of the other folks coming in. If you're going to come in and just say something vindictive or argumentative or be an asshole, I'm just going to kick you out. See, get your one shot in, I guess, if you want to. Other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln? Yeah, kind of like that. Elephant in the room thing. I've been all right. I was not very happy with myself on that drive home. And it's kind of lingered over today, but not bad. You get to work and you get past it, Start thinking about work, other things. Just move on. So all you can do is wash your hands and move on, as they say. Got some folks walking today with the child. That's cool. That's a cool way to spend your evening. Other than that, how'd you enjoy the play, Mrs. Lincoln? Always loved that little quip. Oh goodness. 10 folks watching. Come on in and say hi if you're. If you're watching from another part of the world. I always like to hear that. Get folks in here from all over, and I think that's really interesting. Folks from Asia, folks from all over Europe. I have had folks in here from the Philippines, South America, Did you ever try kickboxing? I did Taekwondo. I never did kickboxing. That wasn't really a thing when I was younger that I'm aware of. You had karate and Taekwondo, and that was about all that was offered in my world when I got into college. Guido says we had the grandkids over with the great-grandkids. Holy cow. Great-grandkids. You're a lucky man, dude. I get to start thinking about grandkids fairly soon, I bet. My kids are getting to that age. We shall see. We shall see how that goes. So our normal walking plan, folks, we got some Halloween decorations to check out. Of course, people making their preparations for the candy stalkers walking around the neighborhoods. There's a spider and a candy corn and a pumpkin all inflated. Javon says, I have great grandnieces, love like my own children, yeah. And KS says it's a huge release. Karate, Taekwondo has too much, yeah, you're not wrong, it's too much choreography. It's memorizing moves in a certain order, you're right. Kickboxing, Muay Thai has more freedom in its fights, yeah. I'm getting a little old for that, honestly, but sounds interesting. I did get a lot out of martial arts when I was in college, and I needed that. I needed that discipline in my life at that time. Helped set me up nice for the military, actually. Taught me a lot about self-discipline. Independence, that sort of thing. So my time in the Wild Bunch Taekwondo Club at Oklahoma State did me well in future life. Hello again from Shrewsbury, England. And there's Mick Ducati's back in the chat. Welcome back. Ropan12 says, hey, I'm from France. I was just going to ask if you're walking or running. You just answered it, I guess. Yeah, I'm a walker. I'm just walking. I walk a lot of miles, but I don't really run yet. Maybe we'll get into that. I broke my back last year, and I'm still kind of recovering from that. And walking is part of the therapy. The doctor always insists, man, make sure you roll your shoulders back. Stand up straight as you walk. Walk more on your heels in an upright position. Don't roll on your toes. Walk on your heels. America, yeah, Lucas Labas. We are in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Definitely in America. Guido says, I didn't know you had kids. We had 5 and 6 grandkids. And 4 great. Wow. I have 2 children, Guido. I don't talk about them online, but I have 2 kids. We'll just leave it at that. Murdoch's here. Says, hi, mate. Hi, Murdoch. Welcome to my chat. We're just walking, checking out some Halloween decorations. We're going to get a lovely hot beverage at the Quick Trip here in a little bit. Thanks for saying hi, Murdoch. Appreciate that. I always appreciate it when people push the say hi button. So let me know you're watching. I appreciate that. We're walking down 50th Street as we always do. As we always do. We're just walking down the old 50th Street towards the Quick Trip. Doggy very happy to see me back there. Letting me know hi. He's saying hi to me in his own way. Not a lot of Halloween decorations up on this street. I'm kind of surprised at how few there are. So we'll see some more later, I'm sure. Oh, long day at work. It's going to be a long week at work. I'm scheduled for like 63 and a half hours, which means I'm going to work like 67. It always works that way. Have I talked to you before? Because I don't know if I watch a short or I've talked to you. I don't know, Murdoch. I don't recall. But I have a lot of people in and out of my chat, so maybe. Hi, Kafka OTS, sorry. Kafka OTS. Thanks for saying hi. And Ropan12 is here. Says low back issues and pain is one of the most common in the world. Yeah, I had a compression fracture of L4 and L5, which is not the worst back injury you can have, but takes a long time to really heal and adjust back. Why not show us your Halloween setup? Hi, Lord Humongous. You're using Bird Brain Bill. Welcome back. And Guido's retired Navy and then civilian work. And I actually believe, Guido, that he did civilian work. Murdoch says, I'm subscribed to so many people that I don't know if I talk to them. Well, welcome anyway. We're talking now. So good to see you in the chat, Murdoch. Thanks for coming by. Key for the back is straightening and stretching. Yes, I have plenty of physical therapy exercises that I don't do as much as I should, but I'm a lot better now. It's been a year or so. Problem is my age. I'm 59 years old, so that arthritis can set in and really mess you up. There's my buddy. There's my little German Shepherd over here that likes to say hi to me every night when I walk by. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. How you doing today? Are you cold? You look a little cold. Yeah, I know. Good to see you too. Yeah, it's good to see you too, buddy. Yeah, you're excited, aren't you? He wants me to come play with him, but... Your school officer was in the Army, Murdoch? School officer, that's a phrase we don't use much in the States. There's the one of my customers, the car doctor. Get your transmission work done here. Mechanic, engines, transmissions. Not a sponsor, but it's a good customer. Meditation relaxes a lot, tons of benefits. There you go. If you look up there above the strafe you see on the overpass there, that's I-44. There's some flashing lights and slow traffic. They're backed way up right now. So I'm glad we're not driving. Fortunately, we can walk freely. Broke his back 3 times. Wow, an officer that works at your school. Gotcha. Oh. Folks driving real slow on I-44. Looks like they got shut down in one lane. That'll do it every time. Kafka says it aggravates me that Vaughn thanks his God for my generosity. Yeah, I try not to think about it too much. Again, wash my hands and move on. That's all you can do. Hi, Brandon. Grandfather was in the Air Force, Murdoch. I was in the Air Force from 91 to 95. Great time to serve in the military, I can tell you that. In the United States military, anyway. Great time to be in. It was back when I was in. Bird Brain Bill says, I walk a ton now. Do you have any joint arthritis? Not really. Not that I've noticed. I'm about your age and dealing with ankle arthritis in my left ankle, yeah. I don't really have a problem with it. I have pains from time to time. They tend to work themselves out pretty quick. I should be able to go here. Nobody coming on the left turn. The light's green. I'm going to go. I'm going. Now, of course, it's turning yellow, so I'm going to get stuck halfway, but that's okay. Your grandfather's like 70-something? Yeah, there you go. I'm like 60-something, except I'm 59. I don't have any grandparents left. I have my mom. I have my mom left, and she's 85. She's getting up there, man. Turned 85 this year. I gotta go see her soon. I keep saying that. That motorcycle just about went right into some turning traffic. And you almost got to see it. Yeah, I know Bird Brain Bill. I know who you are. I can tell from your icon, actually. Your icon looks familiar before you even said anything, but thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it. Your uncle is 80. Wow. That's an old uncle. I don't have any uncles or aunts left either. My parents were both the youngest in their families, so all their older siblings are long gone. I don't got much left. I got my kids. I got my 2 sisters. I got my mom. That's about what I got left. Cousins all over the place, of course. Your great-grandfather died in the Army when he was a He was a great pilot. Your uncle was fighting lung cancer. Yeah, it's all too common. Fuck cancer. Cancer sucks. Takes far too many people away from us. So fuck cancer. Let me say that again. Fuck cancer. I'm gonna head into the Quick Trip, and we're either gonna get a coffee or a hot chocolate. We'll decide when we get in there. Hopefully they have one or the other. We can make that choice. Dragon Mage says, I was eating a taco. What are you eating now? Or you're not eating anything. All right, we're heading in, folks. They have decaf coffees there. They don't have the creamer I like. We're gonna try the hot chocolate. Hopefully there's enough to actually get some. That was a problem last time I tried to get it. Yep, no flowing. So we're gonna get coffee with the creamer I don't like. And there's no other hot chocolates. Oh well, we're gonna get some vanilla silk in it. Looks disgusting. Sugar, a little coffee. Shake well, it says. Okay, I'm shaking well. And my coffee didn't start pouring. That's fantastic. There it goes. Wow. There we go. There's one. So we're using this stuff. Silk. Almond creamer, vanilla flavor. Looks disgusting. But, you know, you work with what you got to work with, and this is what I got to work with. Seasonal selection. It's Vienna roast. There's no seasonal selection. It's just coffee. Get our coffee all sizes lid. Made by Solo, the cup people. We pop it on our cup. Sorry, needed both hands to properly seal my cup lid. So that's important. You don't want to tip it up and spill coffee all over yourself. That's horrible. That's the worst thing ever. Howdy, folks. We're getting some coffee. We're getting coffee. It's not bad. Considering it's not the creamer I like, it's not bad. Hi there, just coffee. All good, thanks. Have a wonderful day. And we're out, folks. We're out of the quick trip. Now we're heading to the river. Switching hands. I would have got a lovely Propel water, but it's a little chilly out, so I wanted a hot beverage today. Your friend is going live in 30 minutes, Murdoch. Fantastic. Tell your friend hi from me, and I hope they have a great stream. Lots of fun. I hope they have lots of fun. If you're not having fun on here, what are you doing, right? If you're not having fun, why are you even doing it? A question I ask myself often. This isn't fun for you. Why are you bothering? Because sometimes it's not so fun. Other times it's a lot of fun. Same Murdoch. I like meeting new people. I'm always begging people in the chat. You know, say hi. Tell me where you're from. I like to meet new people from all over. 12 folks in the chat. Surely some new people in there. As we get back on the road to the river here. We're going to head down there on the Arkansas River and do the river trail for a mile up to 41st Street, and we'll head back up to Reese's, maybe get a little bite. Probably not. Probably won't eat anything. Okay, Guido, see you later. Thanks for coming by. I understand why you're disappointed in me. Maybe not upset, disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself, how that all came out. But it is what it is, man. Wash your hands and go on. Don't like giving out the state I'm in, so I'll just say the UK. That's cool. Your parents probably wouldn't like you revealing who you are either. Humongous says, I broke my leg in 3 places last winter. Started walking around the block recently, yeah. Depressed at how out of shape you were. Yeah, I felt like that when I started this stuff too. You're up to 2 miles 5 days a week. There you go. Just keep on pushing, man. Keep on pushing. I felt the same way when started trying to lose some weight, and I was back up at 235 and 55 pounds ago. I got real frustrated real quick too. Ugh. Interesting, some kind of tarp stuck in there. That's weird looking. Now we're on, this is 50th Street still. East 50th Street South. And Norfolk, right there. Oh, if the person that kept calling my streams yesterday and knocking me off YouTube is here today, I hate to disappoint you, but I changed my phone number, so you can call that old phone number all you want. It's not going to bother me. Not going to bother anybody, honestly, because nobody has it. Humongous says, I was in good shape, but after the leg break, I got so out of shape. It's crazy how out of shape you can get in a short time. Yeah, agreed. I was laid up in bed for 12 to 14 weeks after my back injury. Probably about 12 weeks, 3 months. Pretty much just laid up in bed, couldn't do a damn thing. And, yeah. Hi, Govinda Disco Dancer. Nothing to worry about, Murdoch. Nothing happened yesterday. It was all in my imagination. Nothing happened at all. Nothing good, that's for sure. Nothing good happened yesterday. Something good's happening tonight. We're having a nice walk. And that's always nice. Feel like I'm missing all the tea. Yeah. Who doesn't, right? There's always undrunk tea at every party. You can't drink it all, Not even the muscles, says Humongous. My feet started getting hot spots, pre-blisters when I started walking miles again. Yeah, I do understand. I wasn't quite to that point like you're describing, but I do understand the feeling out of shape and having a hard time getting started again. All I can say is just push through it, man. All fuss, haters fuss. All the fuss and muss. There you go. It's whatever. Hey, now there's some Halloween decoration right there. Can you see that big old skeleton? Wearing an Oklahoma jersey, or Oklahoma t-shirt. That's some Halloween stuff right there. Big old skeleton with lit up eyes. Hi, Willie D. Says, you're a good man. You helped another person. I appreciate you looking at it that way. I did help another person that desperately needed help. And sometimes, even though you don't want to, it's a good thing to help somebody even if you don't like them when they need help. I've always had the policy, I've always voiced the policy, I'll help people out if they're not a piece of shit. And I broke my own policy because that guy is a piece of shit. There's no doubt about it. But I helped him, so. Brandon says, yesterday we figured out why Todd drinks decaf. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. That was outrageous. I don't know what was in that coffee I drank, other than a lot of caffeine, but holy crap. It lit me up, man. That was embarrassing. You were in the Marine Infantry, says Humongous. I could drink a 6-pack before PFT and run 3 miles in 16 minutes, do 20 pull-ups. Back in the 90s, GNC, oh yeah, I remember GNC selling the steroids. The 90s were crazy. It was right next to the protein powder. GNC was protein powder and stuff laced with steroids. Yes, sir, I do remember that. And testosterone supplements, of course. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Murdoch, you shouldn't have told me that. I apologize profusely. You've been a nice person, but I can't have people under 18 in my chat. So I'm sorry. Goodbye. I do, and I always say this, when I make these streams, it asks you, is this for kids? Or no, it's not for kids. And I always answer, no, it's not for kids. And yet kids get in here. YouTube, fix this shit. I sound like Vaughn screaming to YouTube as if they're watching, but somebody at YouTube needs to fix that shit. If I say I'm making my stream not for kids, people that are under 18 shouldn't be able to log in and see my stream. I'm tired of it. Yeah, it literally says no kids. It asked me twice. On the first screen when I put in my details and my title, and then when you go live, it says, yes, it's made for kids, no, it's not made for kids. My default is no, it's not made for kids, and I always check it. Humongous says, I don't understand the hate you got. Stuns me that someone was watching Vaughn before 5J, and probably before Secular. I watched Vaughn in 06, yeah. Yeah, well, don't worry about it. It is what it is. I knew when I made the decision to take that trip and get Vaughn some food and give him some money. Until I got there, I really didn't decide exactly what I was going to do. But the intention was there that I was going to at least get him some dog food. That was minimum. But then as I thought about it more, and I saw him sitting there and moving his car a little bit here and there, I was like, dude, this guy is going to die. So I thought, why don't you just give him some money, and he can get gas. It'll stop him. It won't give him any more excuses. He'll have to get gas. He'll have to get down there to Arizona, whatever's waiting for him. And maybe he'll be able to get an environment where he can be more stable and start drawing his Social Security or whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, it's not funny anymore. It was never really funny. But what I did tell him in the email when I told him about, come back, or either come back and find me, or I'll find you, or contact me or call me. I gave him my phone number and said, I'll find you and I'll give you the stuff. What I did say was, you need to get 2 heavy bowls for the dog and keep water in one of them and food in the other, so the dog always has access to fresh water. Not just when you feel like it, not just when he comes up and asks you. A dog needs to always have access to fresh water, because the dog isn't going to communicate to you he's thirsty. Brandon says they're probably lying about their age or using a pair. Yeah, they're logging in and not telling YouTube their actual age. Sure is frustrating. Yeah, Humongous, I know. Father Janitor amuses me when you say that. Why he banned you from Seculars, yeah. I don't worry about it too much. And as much as I enjoy Secular's content, I don't participate in there anymore, because if I try to, people start talking to me about me, and it becomes about me and derails anything Secular's trying to do. So I just quit going. And I explained it to Secular. It's like, dude, I love your channel and your content, but I can't participate anymore. I can't. It turns into a derailment. Father Janitor, says Brandon. Probably somebody you don't know, Brandon. Father J, Midnight Rider. I don't know what else. Apparently he was sharing my phone number in a Discord somewhere yesterday. Hope you enjoyed that, Father J, because I changed it. I get it, I don't get it. It's all right. It's fine. And secular was like a cool, man, I get it. So nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Is what it is. We're going to move on. And we're going to do walking streams. And maybe I'll get back into some music stuff. Maybe some composition stuff. Maybe we'll play some bass some more. I don't know. Maybe get the tuba out and start blowing some tuba. I don't know, Brandon. I don't even pay attention. He might be. Howdy. Two big old dogs walking around. Look at that. Might be. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Let's say. I lurk and I watch. I don't read the chat. I just watch secular streams and enjoy what he has to say about the streams of the day. That's why I go there. I enjoy the commentary. That's why I'm not much for archivers / restreamers that don't say anything. You know, I'm there to hear people's reactions. I can see the stream live. I can watch it from Vaughn or Shanny and Rev or whoever. I don't need somebody to, edit it out and show me what they think are the quote unquote good parts. I can watch it myself. I like the people that say stuff about it. That's what I like to watch. So, give me. That's why I like Bats. That's why I like Miss Parker. She was doing a lot of reviewing. That's why I used to enjoy the Geek Room. And me and Geek Room had a falling out. There goes a guy in a luge and a guy behind him in a bike. That's really weird looking. That's, not something I want to go into here. Another guy in one of those lay-down bikes. What's going on here? There's like a British vehicle festival. One guy was in a luge. Wish I could show you a pretty sunset tonight. It's too overcast. The river's up, but it's been rainy for a while, so that makes sense. Doing the 3 to 4 miler today, 3.5, whatever it is. The usual. Strava started telling me it's on a common footpath. You've walked several times before, but it gives me a commentary on my walking patterns. Tonight it'll tell me, good job on a common walk that you've taken many times in the past. Oh, goodness. And as always, go over to my community tab and you can see the stats of the walk today, and I'll do a weigh-in. We'll see how the weight's doing. Should be pretty good today. I didn't have any breakfast. I had some cheese and crackers. That's loud. That's really loud. Had some Colby Jack cheese and Triscuit whole wheat crackers. Not a sponsor, folks. For some lunch today. About maybe a third of a box of Triscuits and a half of a 1 pound, so a half a pound of cheese cut into little squares. Be a Republican today. Text-to-speech sucks, Brandon. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, Brandon, I watched Drag. I'm sure you probably know me from there. I enjoyed Drag's community a lot. Until Drag got fed up with it, too. Had found better things to do with his time. Did my comment post? Yeah. Said when Republicans say the party of Lincoln, that is a disinformation. The party alignment after the Southern strategy and civil rights turned the parties upside down, and Lincoln would not be a Republican today. I just read the last one, sorry. I read the last part of it. Your comments did post. Sorry, I was rambling and I missed up some of the comments there for a while. Oh, out here on the walking trail again. Nice, well-lit path. A walking side and a riding side. It's nice. There's hardly any wind today, so it actually smells good out here. We're not getting the sewer treatment plant. We're avoiding the sewer treatment tonight. It's always a good thing. Ugh. Humongous says JFK would not be a Democrat today. He would be independent or Republican. And when Father Janitor pretends he's not racist because he's the party of Lincoln, it ignores the realignment of the parties. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Another guy in a luge. This is just getting weird, man. It's a weird little car there. Lincoln wouldn't even get the Republican nomination. Absolutely not. He wouldn't fall in line with their ideals. And I say that as a registered Republican who rarely even votes anymore, honestly. I gave up on all the political bullshit a long time ago. It's one thing when you get older, you just kind of get fed up with it. Voter apathy is a real thing. Voter apathy worked for me. Ding. They pissed me right off of bothering to care a long time ago. Long time ago, they pissed me off to the point I didn't give a shit about voting. I remember when I first got the right to vote and then got made the voting age. In '84, I turned 18 that year and got to vote for Reagan. Oh, that's exciting. Now I just couldn't piss in a pot enough to care, or however that goes. Couldn't care enough to piss in a pot. There you go. Oh, I'm tired today. Yikes. I'm tired today, as I was saying. Lots of folks on bikes today and funny little vehicles. There's a good shot of the river down there. Sewer plant. I'm sorry, the water treatment plant. Nice shot of the river. Level's pretty far up. We're not going to get down to the bridge today, not even close, but we're still going to have some fun walking. We're coming up on the little counter. It tells you how many people have walked by today and for the year. So, get excited about that, folks. In about 60 seconds, we're going to be able to tell you the numbers for today. So, wake the kids, startle the neighbors, bring them on in. They're going to want to see these numbers. Ropan says, I'm spending here a little time before switching off, and I stumbled across Brain Rot Lives, cooking lives. Okay? People working out, doing reps, or like me, steps. These are the best, I swear. Well, thank you for coming in, Ropan. And Rubber Wilbur's here. Says, from what I remember in history class, Republican Party's name in the 1800s changed to the name Democrat, then back 2 times. I don't think the 1800s Republican Party is today's party. Here's those numbers, folks. 278 today. For the year, 108,346 folks have walked on the path. This very path that I'm on right now. 108,347 people now, just counted me. Brandon says it's funny, our financial problems are because of Reagan, but the GOP always held him on a high horse for being small government and fiscal responsibility, yeah. But but unlimited spending. I can't bitch too much. I mean, my good time in the military was basically funded by Reagan's fiscal irresponsibility, so I guess I shouldn't complain. The fact that I was able to play a tuba for 4 years for my country and be very well paid and funded is partially due to Ronald Reagan, so who am I to judge? It is funny though, Brandon, you're right. He's held up as a hero and was one of the most fiscally irresponsible presidents of all time. Oh. Of course, are any of them really fiscally responsible? Are any of them? Do any of them really give a shit? Or do they just want to push their agenda? And the other question, are any of the presidents actually really responsible for any of it? Because, they just signed the bill. They can push to get their agenda passed, but it's those crazy people in the Congress that actually pass the bills. The president just signs it or doesn't sign it, and if he doesn't sign it, they usually veto it or override his veto anyway, so there you go. Or the government shuts down, as we can see what's going on right now. But that's neither here nor there, and that's just politics shit. And I want to look at the nice, pretty river through the trees here. Not think so much about politics tonight. I want to think about pristine river views. Sunsets unattainable because it's too cloudy. And also the fact that it's 6:53 and almost pitch dark out here. So the only reason there's any light is because the city lights are reflecting off the clouds. Helping Hermit is here. Politics don't matter much now. We are entering singularity where technology is growing exponentially. This efficiency of tech within 10 years will grow GDP, wiping out debt and making everything abundant. Well, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, and I hope I'm around to see it. That would be good for everyone. Brandon counters. That's a load of crap. I mean, I hope you're right, Helping Hermit. I don't pretend to know enough about these things to say you're going to be right or wrong, but I hope you're right. I hope in 10 years everybody's comfortable and things are plenty and, you know, everybody gets a piece of the pie. Like, you know, I don't know, would be fair. It's a word you don't hear in politics much, fair. Getting close to that 41st Street Park. It's just around the next bend. And we're going to head back east. I don't know if I'll walk back up 41st or head back up Peoria. Probably walk up 41st. Go through the nice neighborhood. I'll lose my signal, but I'll be off the air by then anyway. We've been going 42 minutes. Ropan says, hey guys, I'm turning 24 in a few days. Do you have any advice or anything? I'll write it in my notebook. Yeah, stay alive. Number one rule, stay alive. Don't do things that will help you be unalive. That's my advice. Write that in your notebook with a big 1 circled. Oh, I hear geese. I hear a gaggle of geese partying on the river. I hope they're not attacking. I'm concerned. I wonder where Vaughn is tonight. I wonder if he made it out of Oklahoma yet. I-40 is a pretty darn easy drive. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. It's just straight. I wonder if he made it through Oklahoma City yet. Oh, who knows? He made it. I saw in one of his last videos, mile marker 303. So even if he's driving 60 miles an hour, which I wouldn't put it by Vaughn, he was only 5 hours from the border. And that was in the morning. That was a morning stream. 5 hours from the border with Texas. Or maybe he stops every 30 minutes. Who knows? I think I'm going to write it in. Great song, by the way. There you go. Yeah, stay alive. Don't do anything to make you unalive. Number one rule of life. There's a pretty shot of the river. Look at that. Lights reflecting across the water. Lovely sewer plant. Smelling good tonight. Smelling better anyway. Smelling better than usual. Oh. I am tired. I should have rethought my walking path today. So I'm gonna be dragging ass at the end of this one. I'm tired. Nice thing is I can't go to bed early. I gotta cook tonight. I gotta make that casserole. I told Fifi I would make her a casserole, so I gotta do that tonight. Which means I gotta go to the store, get stuff, and I gotta cook. Brandon says, try my best, but I don't have the map to the Fountain of Youth. And nobody does, Brandon. Nobody does. There's the park up ahead. I don't see anybody there. I don't see anybody running around playing. We'll see when I get up there. It's oddly inactive tonight. Maybe it's because the grass is so wet. It's been raining for the last couple days, 2-3 days. A lot of mud out here. Not anybody throwing frisbees around. Don't seem to be any families hanging out at the park. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll get up there and see something. We are going to turn it up and head home on 41st Street. Oh. I'm yawning something fierce tonight. It's ridiculous. Well, we just need to make it until they figure out how to reverse aging. There you go. Then it's all going to be a different game. Absolutely. The future is coming. Don't we all wish we could live 200 years from now? Think of the technological advances. Think of how it's going to be in 2250. If you can. I don't know if you can or not. I'm a yawning machine tonight, and I apologize. At least the camera's not on me, so you don't have to endure it. There's the eagle nest. Wonder if he's up there, hanging out, chilling, sleeping. Don't know. Hi, Red Feather. Welcome. Red Feather's here. Okay. Shh, shh, shh. Red Feather's here. Shh. Kidding, of course. Or am I? Or am I? There are a couple of people maybe walking around in the park area up there. I don't see any fountains on. I haven't seen any fountains on for a while. They might have shut it all down. Who knows? Hi, Red Feather. How's your night going? Is it cold? Not really. 65. Somebody Google the current temperature in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I bet it's 65. That's what it feels like. I did put on a sweatshirt, but I probably didn't need it. Probably didn't need it. Lots of folks in shorts and tees out here. Red says, you've been catching shit for even talking to me? What do they call? Are you a pedo defender now again? Wait, I'm the pedo defender, so you're a pedo defender? Is that how this works? $500 you gave Vaughn offset the interest you made on the liens. I lost money on the liens, Hermit. So no, definitely didn't offset. I lost money on that deal. It was never the point. Yeah, there's just nobody in the park, folks. Also wondering why I gave Vaughn $500. I wanted to. Number one, I want a conclusion to the Arizona arc. I actually want him to get to Arizona, and because I'm curious about what's going to happen. Number two, when I backed up behind him and I saw him in his car sitting there, it suddenly struck me that this guy is going to die. If he doesn't, because he's not going to get food stamps here in about 3 days, 4 days, whatever it is. And he's not getting anybody giving him any money. And I don't want the guy to sit there and die in the parking lot. So I gave him some money for food and plenty of money to get in his gas tank. He's got no excuse now. He can just drive to Arizona and we'll all see what happens. That's why I did it. I don't know, Hermit. I might have done the right thing. I went about it way the wrong way. I shouldn't have broadcasted it. I shouldn't have made it a big public spectacle. That was wrong. Guess you're a defensive defender. There you go. Brandon says it's 54. Yeah, Red, never. You don't have to agree with me. Just being here is the problem. Absolutely. It's like it's carry mentality. You know, just being a mod for somebody means you support them. If you're a mod, if they give you mods, you support them. Yeah. Wow, that is so annoying and rude. Bye, Ropan. Oh, it's 54 where you live. No, yeah. I was hoping somebody Google current temperature in Tulsa. I thought you had done that, sorry. 54 where you are. I think it's more like 65 here. But it's fine. And bye, Ropan. Thanks for coming by. We're now going east on 41st. You guys know this route. Vaughn's whole world now is those four walls of that vehicle. Yeah, think about everything he's lost. Yeah, I did. I had a lot of time to sit there and think about it. Had a lot of time to sit there and think about it. $62 in Tulsa. There you go. I was thinking 65, but we'll go with 62. That's about right. It's not terribly cold, and it's mostly because there's no wind. It's just kind of still out here. This has to be some kind of apartment complex with all these duplexes or something with all this parking. Parking only. Unauthorized vehicles will be towed at vehicle owner's expense, but it doesn't say what. Oh, River Road. Maybe it's River Road duplexes. I don't know. Yeah, Vaughn's whole world is that 2012 Ford Escape. And that poor dog. I keep saying it over and over, but that's the abuse, is that dog is crammed into that back seat area and not able to freely run about. 68 where Red Feather is. Yeah, I mean, it's just about perfect for this time of year. If anything, maybe a little warmer than usual. Should be getting down in the 40s, but it hasn't been. In the evening, I mean. Hey, look, a rental scooter up ahead of me. One of those little Lime by Uber rental scooters. And a fire in the backyard over there. That's interesting. Quite an interesting fire. Pretty high. They must be grilling some meat. Red Feather says, you'll take 500, my pocket's burning. It's not that my pocket was burning. It's just that, $500 is not a big deal to me. That doesn't mean I can give $500 to everybody. I loathe that argument. Just like people have been putting comments on my videos. You could have given that money to homeless veterans, or you could have given that money to a women's shelter, or blah, blah, blah. It's like, how do you know I didn't? How do you know I don't? How do you know how much money I give a year to charity? To the VFW, to John 316 Mission here locally, to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. How do you know how much I give to them a year? You don't. So shut up. To those people, I mean. Complaining and nagging about, well, why wouldn't you should be giving money to worthy causes, not Vaughn. I can do both. Don't listen to the dummies, yeah. Hermit says Vaughn thinks his kids will be running looking for him when they become adults. Yeah, that's not going to happen. We already know that. I will take you back, and I don't know if it's still on the internet, but I think it was a video of Vaughn's one of his last visits with the kids. And the look on the face of the oldest daughter when he was in there was just a look of loathing. I think she hates that man. Just my opinion. That's what I got from watching it. Oh, wow. Look how dark it got all of a sudden. Hopefully Vaughn's kids will see how insane he is and stay. Well, they experienced it firsthand, so... They experienced it firsthand. And I'm sure they've had plenty of therapy to deal with what happened in that house, in that trailer. But, not my place to comment on, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to want to have anything to do with him. $55. I'm going to hang with you another 5 or so, and we're going to get out of here. Ego Buff says, is it chicken sandwich or a chicken burger? Widely debated topic that is dividing many Americans. I don't know that it's dividing anyone, but I don't know. Is it on a bun or bread? Because on regular bread, I'd say it's a chicken sandwich, but on a bun, it's a chicken burger. That's going to be my answer. Never really followed Vaughn until the homeless article. Random Life's here. They will live better life than that turd. Yes, sir. You've seen past clips, yeah. There's one particularly, he went to visit the kids, supervised, and I'm telling you, if you looked into the eyes of that little girl, the oldest daughter, she hated that man. On that particular day, it was easy to see. You don't have to be a therapist or a psychologist to see the hatred in those eyes. That particular day. Chicken sandwich. Oh, wait, Ego Buff likes my answer. Thank you. If it's on regular bread, it's a sandwich. If it's on a bun, it's a burger. By definition, sir. By definition, sir. He recorded himself, yeah, or somebody did. I don't know if he made the recording or somebody was with him that recorded it, but yeah. Random Life says he's been watching that guy since 2006. I haven't been watching that long. I'd say maybe 2015, about 10 years now. I've been in the Vaughn-verse about 10 years, mostly from drag. That's about when I started watching drag. Maybe 2014, but that's about right. Doesn't seem that long. Doesn't seem like it's been 10 or 11 years, but it has been. And you know me, I inserted myself in the drama pretty quick, so Vaughn's been dealing with me for about a decade. You know how I am. If the chicken is ground and formed into a patty, it's a burger. If it's filet or cutlet, it's a sandwich, even on a bun. Okay. Another good answer from Brandon. Depends on how you serve the meat, how you prepare the meat. If it's ground up, that's a burger. Minced chicken mince, if you will. Chicken mince, it's a burger. Chicken cutlet, chicken fillet, that's a sandwich. Hello, good to see you too. One of your favorite videos is the stream. He stayed up all night and morning yelling at his trolls just to get a sore throat. Those are the old days. Someone should create a lolcow house and live stream it 24/7, yeah. Vaughn in one bedroom, Nick Bravo, Shanny Rev, and so on. Yeah, I think some people would say I need to be in one of those rooms, I'm sure. Apparently I'm the new lolcow. Apparently I'm the new cow on the block, because I have no self-awareness at all. Apparently giving money to a hungry guy makes me a cow. But whatever, they can say what they want, I don't care. Everybody's been warning me today. Oh, they're talking shit about you. Well, no shit. Thanks for the heads up there. I had no idea. People were talking shit. I can't read Nat's comments or anything. Can't go to Sydney Winston's stream and see 75 comments all shitting on Todd. But thanks for the heads up. Anyway, we're coming up on an hour. Why does Midnight Rider have such a beef with you? Yeah, you'd have to ask him. Think you guys would be on the same team. I don't know. Whatever. He can dish it, but not, dish it out, but not take it, that kind of thing. I don't know. You ask him. Better than them. This community is wild. Yeah. Well, I'd like to think I'm better than Shanny and Rev and Vaughn. I mean, I'm sure somebody will clip that out. One of my lurkers right now will probably clip that little that little statement. I'm sure I'm better than them. But, whatever. Clip it, play it. I don't care. Put my face on somebody else. You can do what you want with your money, but fuck Vaughn. Would have just given him dog food. You know, that was the initial idea, but it developed into what it did. I really want to see him try to get to Arizona. Call me selfish for that. But one thing you cannot say, and I'm sure people are saying, I'm not supporting Vaughn. I'm not enabling Vaughn. I just want this idiocy to continue. I want to see him get to Arizona. I want to see what happens. I'm curious. That one chaos guy is a piece of work. I don't worry about him. I don't want to talk about him anymore. But yeah, Red, I want to see the guy get to Arizona and find out that it's all been a troll. I want to see it. I'm sorry. Maybe if that makes me selfish, so be it. If it makes me a piece of shit for giving him money to make it happen, so be it. Apparently you kiss my ass and agree with everything I say. Well, you know, welcome to the club, Red. Hope my ass tastes good for you. Hope you enjoy that. I know, I get it. People just say things. It's hilarious. Like I said, hey everybody, go to Nat's video. Todd gives Irby $500 or whatever it's called, and just look at the 110 comments that are in there, and just read and see how crazy people get and what the things they say, and how unhinged they are about a guy giving another guy some money so he can drive to Arizona. It's unreal to me. You could have spent that on homeless veterans. You could have given it to... I do. So shut up. I do. Anyway, don't worry about how much money I give to charity. It's a lot. So save that little criticism for somebody else. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Thanks for chatting with me tonight, guys. We're a little over an hour. I'm going to call it a night and walk home and enjoy the lovely houses at night. So you guys have a great one, and come back and see me tomorrow. I'll be here walking.